both of these guys, interestingly enough, on the same clan, but spawning up on the top right-hand side of the map. And hold on, let me just get rid of that music. I forgot I have it on. It's so quiet in the background. But spawning up on the top right-hand side of the map, playing for Team Root, it is puCK, aka Pillow, on this account, and his opponent spawning down the bottom left-hand side, the big boy. Both these guys are streaming, by the way. It is PartinG. So you can see these guys POV, but if you want to catch exactly what's going on across the map, we will be seeing everything here. So it's a PvP. We'll likely see that 2-gate opening. It's pretty much been the same since Legacy of the Void. Occasionally there'll be something maybe like a Nexus first or something, just something else, but with the players often scouting and just sort of seeing what's going on, it's just so helpful to open with those 2 gates. You're sort of forced to do it. Maybe at some point the meta will change up a bit, but for now, both these guys going for a mirror build. I assume we'll see an extra gateway coming down from each of them in a second here. But nothing out of the ordinary so far. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this sort of opening 5 games in a row with Neon Violet Square being vetoed. Not likely going to see a Nexus first or anything crazy like that. I mean, puCK, not necessarily the most aggressive player. PartinG can be known for being rather aggressive, but we'll just have to see. I mean, both these guys have fantastic control, so if we do get into that sort of crazy mid to late game, it should be very exciting to watch here. But the builds here, exact same coming out of these guys. 2 gates, really the variation comes from these openings. I mean, PvP is pretty much the same the first 2 minutes in all the time, but the second those gateways are ready to make a unit, that's where it really changes up. Sometimes we'll see a sentry and a stalker, sometimes 2 adepts, sometimes 2 stalkers. Really, it's completely up to the player's preference. For now, though, puCK coming in, getting his scouting information. I mean, you can pretty much guess what your opponent's going to do in PvP. But as far as the builds go from these guys, PartinG actually going to be the player opening up with 2 stalkers here, so maybe going to be wanting to be the player who will poke, whereas puCK opting for this sentry. I'm going to want to start building that energy early, have that early scout that you can get with that hallucinated Phoenix later on in the mid game to sort of figure out what your opponent's doing. But as far as PartinG, he's following this up with a Stargate right away. puCK on his side of the map, going for a Twilight Council, so things are really starting to diversify here. Nothing too crazy just yet. Stargates are pretty common. And we'll see what puCK decides to go for. He's a player with fantastic Blink Stalker control. In fact, he plays so much of that style, but we'll just have to see. It could be for a Dark Shrine, which are still common in PvP. Well, certainly common enough to be wary of. We'll see what PartinG is going for. I mean, there's always the question, is my opponent going for a Stargate or something like that? Right now we've got the puCK moving out. I mean, the probe moving out for puCK, not the puCK moving out for probe. We've got, so this probe is actually going to move out, and PartinG actually just misses his probe. We'll see if he moves those stalkers over, but if he kept him there for just another second, he would have seen this. And this being here makes me wonder if it would be a Dark Shrine, but no. Likely just going to be a gateway aggression here from puCK, if I had to guess. I mean, he's going for the Nexus, he's going for Blink. The probe out on the map made me wonder if it would be DTs here, but no, he's going for that Blink. Probe can always throw up a pylon later on, but for now, puCK is going to have to be the defensive player. He's throwing up a shield battery in his main base, but that's not going to help him with this defense here. PartinG currently outnumbering his opponent. With this, he's got the 1 Phoenix. He actually did opt to go for the Phoenix first, and he's building that Phoenix count, and he actually baits puCK into the main base. That Phoenix is going to take a bit of damage, but PartinG may move in. No, he's actually just staying at the top of the ramp for now. puCK playing a very just gateway-oriented style. He's getting the upgrade for him, but he's not going to have out any Immortals or any support units. So far, these 2 Phoenix are going to come in. Lift 2 of these Stalkers. This could actually be a lot of trouble for puCK. That shield battery goes down almost immediately there, as PartinG had been working on it as soon as he could. And now units are starting to fall right now. Just 1 Stalker does go down there. PartinG gets forced back, but he's got these Phoenix, which are still being produced. Eventually, puCK will have the Blink out first, which is going to give him a lot more utility here in this PvP. Once he has that, it'll be a great answer to the Phoenix. PartinG has scouted the Chrono Boost on this, though, so he likely knows that this is what's on the way, and that's why he's going to be focusing on, likely, starting out Immortals back at home. I mean, if you don't have Blink Stalkers to counter the Blink Stalkers, what you go for is Immortals back at home, as they really just solidify and allow you to stay strong. Now, puCK really may be putting on the aggression here, as he's got a proxy pylon, going to allow him to warp in reinforcements. PartinG getting out an Immortal here. Now, he has 2 shield batteries starting up front, so this will help him defend. Now, this is a lot of Blink Stalkers from puCK. We'll see if he goes for a lot of aggression right now. PartinG pulling back to the shield battery. He is going to be getting supported by this Just not enough DPS to focus down the Stalkers instantly, so these Stalkers are really benefiting staying alive here. One of them does fall for PartinG right now. He tries to force field out a Stalker, but so far puCK keeps all his Stalkers alive in this aggression. Now, as far as the structures go right now, PartinG is tacking forward. You do want those gateway units later on in the game, so this Immortal will really help him out. And puCK wants to get some damage done right now, and he does have that magic number of Stalkers. He focuses down one immediately, gets the second there. So a 1-for-2 trade there, and puCK continuously warping in more Stalkers. Now, these Phoenix back at home are getting more damage done. PartinG's worked away on a few probes. So far, 4 have gone down. He's got good control with these Phoenix. Now, the Stalkers for puCK may actually get these Phoenix, so PartinG needs to pay attention there. Is getting forced out, but Phoenix do have a lot of HP. Although, he's getting caught here a little bit. These Phoenix could be done for right now. They're just sort of having to wait there. So, puCK managing to catch that. Right now we've got a charge on the way here for puCK, so he's going to be following this up with a lot more gateway units, it seems. He has yet to throw up a Robo, but he's getting up a third Nexus, so this is a bit of an interesting style from puCK. I mean, if PartinG was going for something like DTs, just as a follow-up, puCK would be in a lot of trouble, but he has a lot of faith that this is not going to be the case. PartinG getting Resonating Glaives as his follow-up. He's going to have an Immortal, he's going to be able to warp in Adepts, not opting to try and counter puCK with his own Blink Stalkers to go for his charge lots here. He is going to be opting for these Adepts, maybe for harassment later on. You can always, they can always just take straight up fights versus your opponent's charge lots too. So a lot of mind games going on in this game. Now, right now, position-wise, PartinG has a much superior army. He's got the 3 Immortals, so that's just a very sturdy army right there. He's moving out on the map right now. Now, gonna catch this probe of puCK, who is actually checking for a third base. Now, PartinG has yet to start his, whereas puCK already has his on the way. puCK has +1 on the way too, so his gateway units will be very strong, but the question is, will they be able to stand up to this army of PartinG that's moving across the map? PartinG doesn't have a Warp Prism, I don't believe, so this army that's moving across the map is it. Or actually, pardon me, he does. Silly me. Okay, so there we go. He's moving and he's going to be going for an attack. If I had to guess, he'll be warping in a good number of Adepts here. Possibly just to shade in to deal with the charge lots as well. Now, these 3 Immortals are going to be so crucial for this fight here. The Sentries as well. Now, puCK actually made an Archon here, so PartinG is going to be forced back. He force fields, but that Archon will be able to break those. Yep, puCK moving that forward. Good micro there. Now, the Immortals are still standing strong, dealing a lot of damage. That one Archon goes down. Now, PartinG's poking forward. He's got a large number of Adepts, so the charge lots are not too effective for puCK here, and PartinG's ahead in supply. He didn't invest in that third Nexus, however, puCK coming in at a good angle here. The Zealots getting right on top of this army. The Phoenix are in, but they don't have energy to support. The 3 Immortals are standing strong, however, actually puCK's focused down 1 or 2 of them there now, so now it's just the Adepts and the Immortals, so it's a close fight right now. puCK getting another round of reinforcements here, PartinG warping in a few more Adepts, but as this sort of trades out, it is just going to be a lot of Zealots versus Adepts, and PartinG will get the upper hand in that trade. The Immortal still putting out a lot of damage here. puCK even trying to drone drill, just get any bit of muscle in there he can, but so far it looks like PartinG may have managed to break puCK. That force field actually acting against him there. puCK desperately warping in more units right now, but it seems that PartinG may have broken his opponent right now. These Archons not quite finished yet, and as a result, puCK will be forced to tap out as PartinG takes the 1-0 lead here. That was a crazy PvP, PartinG deciding to go for the attack, and it worked out there. Alrighty, thanks to everyone who's tuning in. We're going to get on into the next map. Let me just double check. That's going to be Acid Plant. So we'll get right on into that. This PvP will continue. It's a best of 5, so puCK has a lot of room to bring this back if he's capable. Now, that could have gone his way, but he didn't really quite get enough done with those Blink Stalkers. I think it was a bit odd to skip the Robo, so maybe going for his own bit of style, and PartinG sort of just bulldozed him over there. So now, Acid Plant, a fairly straightforward map. It's really, we could certainly see a 2-base on this map if I had to guess. We'll just have to see how that works out there. Alrighty, so both players are ready. We're going to get on into it. Thank you guys for tuning into Afreeca World 13. Believe it or not, we've done 13 of these. And keep in mind, the winner will be invited into the next one, so PartinG does want to defend his title. I mean, he's becoming a regular in this tournament. I'll actually link the bracket in chat for those of you who want to check out the Liquipedia, but for now, it's the PvP. It's continuing. Alrighty, so it's the best of 5. Currently up 1-0, spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map. It is PartinG. A lot of fans for both these guys, and his opponent spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map. It is puCK. So, we saw mirror builds in the last game, but then things diversify and they almost go a bit too quickly to tell exactly what each player is thinking, but PartinG got the upper hand there. Well played by him. We'll likely see that 2-gate opening once again here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Now, puCK did opt to go for the very quick blink there, which I don't believe... I mean, I play Protoss, but I usually just go for the same build in PvP. Bit of the wild stuff. So as far as the exact builds go, I'm pretty sure blink isn't the most common thing. Just a sort of 2-base blink opening like that. So we'll just have to see if puCK changes it up this game. Now the builds are looking the exact same. Once again, no surprise there. puCK, 2 probes on gas, PartinG getting the 2 as well, so very identical builds here. These 2 probes crossing each other. We're just going to follow that guy for a second here. Alrighty, so both these players scouting each other out, wanting to make sure that everything is ordinary, and it is so far. Once again, last game, puCK actually opted for the Sentry and Stalker, which surprised me a little bit. This time he's going for the 2 Stalkers, so is PartinG, so changing things up just a little bit here. No, PartinG went for the Stargate last game, didn't go for a quick Oracle or for a lot of probe damage. The Phoenix got a decent amount of damage done there. They sort of kept that threat on puCK. This time we'll have to see what builds both these guys are going for here. Nothing shouting out just yet. This time puCK once again going for the Twilight Council. We'll see if PartinG opts for that Stargate. Oh, a recall. I assume that was for a probe that was across the map. Yes, it was. So puCK opting to do that to keep that probe alive, whereas PartinG's taken the long way home, as a matter of fact. PartinG opting for the Stargate back at home as well. Alrighty, so that Nexus up for PartinG there. puCK not started his just yet here, making the few more Stalkers, so he may be wanting to put on a bit of aggression here. Now, this is the big question. PvPs can quickly snowball like this. If we look at the unit count, it's currently 4-4. PartinG Stalkers are engaging on the map right now with pucks there. puCK actually had a probe out here. We'll see if that's for anything cheeky. I mean, may want to put on that blink aggression once again. But now this is where it could get dicey for PartinG. puCK was the player who was investing in a lot more units. Both these guys superb micro right now. Looks like that PartinG may take the worst end of this trade. puCK Stalker is getting bruised, but he has the upper hand so far. 1 Stalker down for PartinG, and puCK takes the slight army supply lead. PartinG is now getting out a Phoenix or 2 as well, though, so that can greatly turn the tide in battles if puCK over commits right now. The 1 Phoenix, though, is moving across the map. We'll be able to scout here. puCK going for a quicker robo this time. And keep in mind, puCK is still on 1 base, so it could be a big, hefty sort of blink attack right now, as his Nexus is significantly later here. He's getting out the blink. He's going to have to robo, possibly for a Warp Prism, so he really may try and pile on the aggression right now. Now, this is what we were talking about. The Phoenix does lift one of those Stalkers here, however, it may actually still just be too much for PartinG. The micro is going down, however, it's currently 5-3 right now. Another Phoenix comes in, which will sort of turn the tide in this fight. Actually, 2 Phoenix here now. If PartinG goes for a double lift, he may be able to take this. He's got the 3 Phoenix right now. One of the Stalkers will go down. One of the Phoenix as well. However, it looks like that PartinG may take the favorable trade here. puCK is going to have to back off the Phoenix. I don't have energy to lift another Stalker right now. And it's currently 5-5, so these crazy early game PvP engagements. Now we see PartinG actually scouted this pylon, so that could be a bit of a wake-up call for him that this attack is going to commence right now. Now there's blink for puCK. This is so dangerous for PartinG being out on the map right now. Now another Phoenix does come forward after one goes down there. He gets a lift on one of the stalkers. This will allow PartinG to actually kill them, so they can't just blink away there. Now PartinG just really trying to get on top of this army and force puCK back. He does that so far. He's ahead in the workers right now, but he's actually got the slower robo this game. So both these guys playing pretty distinct styles here, and they're clashing in an interesting fashion right now. PartinG down on the Phoenix right now, and looking at this, he's engaging out on the map. Once again, a shield battery back at home might have been the best thing for him. However, he's bleeding off more and more stalkers right now. puCK with this blink is getting so much utility. There's the shield battery back at home, which will now support him. However, it may have just snowballed too much right now. PartinG forced to warp in another stalker right now. He needs to hang on. He's going to lose a pylon, though. puCK just got so much utility with these blink stalkers right now. PartinG trying to micro over. This is blink versus no blink, and it looks like the puCK may be able to tie the series up right now. He goes for a sort of desperate lift there, however, there's just not enough firepower. Probes are pulled, but it may be a little bit too late. I mean, they can make up for the difference of a stalker or two, but he's quite outnumbered right now. PartinG pulling back. He does have the Immortal now, so he may be able to just hang on. He's down a few probes at this point. However, the Immortal could possibly be what he needs to hold on here. He's lost 6 probes. He's only down 3. puCK starting charge, so PartinG is in a situation that's not very good compared to his last one. Now puCK actually going to be going for the main base right now, going to blink across using that observer here. We'll see what he's able to get in the main base. 4 stalkers actually blink forward. He's actually going to be going for a 2-pronged attack right now, and this is purely just to get probes, and PartinG's already down on this worker count, so he's going to be able to force this first batch of stalkers out. Over now he's got to defend his natural, which is taking damage, so another 4 probes go down, and this is just puCK getting utility with these blink stalkers right now. PartinG, his Stargate really didn't get the value for him that game. So far we've seen 3 Phoenix go down. Now that's a hefty investment that didn't get too much of an advantage. He wasn't able to snowball those fights. And then puCK really just ran away with this blink. He's got the quicker third base, so PartinG certainly is at a deficit. We'll have to see what he's going to do to bring this game back. He's ahead in the Immortal count. He's got 2 to none so far. However, puCK currently just opting to go for this Charge Lot style once again. Charge Lot Archon, it seems. So I'll have to see if PartinG is going to be able to bring it back, but I don't think he's going to be able to hit as strong of an attack as he did last time. He doesn't have Resonating Glaives this game. He doesn't even have a Twilight Council this time around, so that just goes to show how far behind PartinG is in this game. He's throwing up more gateways, but these are going to be unupgraded gateway units. He won't have any Twilight upgrade compared to puCK's Charge and Blink here. So PartinG not in the greatest situation. I think it may be best maybe if he just throws up a Forge and continuously chrono boosts out Immortals, or tries to go for a third base. He does have an Observer there, so he was able to get puCK's Observer, it looks like. So that is a nice pick-off there, keeping puCK in the dark a little bit. But puCK's still got to be quite happy with this situation. He's ahead in workers. He's got the extra Nexus now, and it looks like PartinG is going to be going for the attack. However, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to get done in this game. He's going to have 2 Immortals, but it is just 2 Immortals. puCK already preparing for this attack. He's ahead in army supply. PartinG is going to need a miracle here, and with the 1 Archon warping in, I don't think there's going to be any options for good force fields. puCK comes on in. However, overextending there, it seems, as yeah, there's GG. I mean, there's not much to say. PartinG went for a desperate move out, but he was just too far behind, and we have a tied series for the first match today. Or tonight, I suppose. Oh, PartinG versus PartinG. I just realized that. I am an idiot. PartinG is not fighting himself. He is fighting puCK. You'll have to forgive me there. Okay, so we'll get on into the next map, which is going to be Catalyst. Keep in mind, guys, after this, we're going to have a live versus a laser coming up, and then the winner of this series is going to face the winner of that one in a best of 7. So these Afreeca Worlds just have a handful of players, but we certainly get a lot of good StarCraft out of them. So thank you guys for tuning on in here. Alright, now the next map is Catalyst, so a bit of a bigger one. Also pretty straightforward, just like the last map. So we'll have to see. puCK's build worked out that time compared to PartinG's there. We'll have to see who's going to take the lead in this series. I mean, it's certainly a match that's important here, as this really is just a best of 3 at this point. Alrighty, both players are ready. We're going to get right on into it. Thank you guys for tuning into the Afreeca world. We've got a lot of good StarCraft. We're going to have more going down. Thank you guys all for tuning in. It's the PvP. We don't have too many mirror matchups in Afreeca world. We have the odd one now and then. I mean, mirror matchups are a valid mirror matchup in the are a valid option in the StarCraft 2. You can't just ignore them and hope they go away. But here we are, spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, tying that series up with a very dominant game that time around. It is puCK and his opponent. Gonna have to try and bring it back. You started out with a lead in this series, but doesn't want to let it slip away too much. It is PartinG, the big boy. Alrighty, I mean, I expect we'll see the same opening, so things will be pretty similar for the first 2 minutes in this game. Both these guys going for their gas here, I have to assume. There we are. So there's not too much to talk about at the start here. I mean, PartinG coming back into form here. puCK continuously improving in career. I believe he's top 30 on the ladder right now when I checked at his profile, so that's a pretty impressive feat here, really showing that he's climbing on up. So, similar builds, both these guys going for that probe scout there. And they're both passing on. So nothing too significant going on so far. Okay, so PartinG going for a bit of harassment there with the probe, wanting to mess up that mining, steal those 5 minerals and get out. We'll see if puCK goes for that fancy recall trick this time and sticks around longer with this probe. Now PartinG, interestingly enough, chrono boosting out his stalker here. That may be shouting a bit of aggression here, but it's interesting for him to do that. I guess puCK may just be saving his chrono boost for the recall here. Although he's not, so we'll see what he's banking that chrono boost energy for. Twilight Council, so it's possible he'll be banking that for quick blink once again. I mean, it's 50%, so why not try it again? This will be the make or break for puCK's build here. PartinG scouting out with the stalker here that he chrono boosted out quickly, wanting to make sure there's no proxies. If you excuse me for 1 second here, just got to make sure that we are live on the sidebar and whatnot. There we go, that should have it sorted. Just wanting to make sure that everyone can tune into the matches. As Afreeca, I mean, it's definitely not... most people do go to Twitch as far as looking at streams, but I mean, we have good StarCraft over here, and I appreciate everyone tuning on in. Nexus is on the way for PartinG. Once again, he's going for that quick Nexus. puCK really wanting to get out a lot of these stalkers here. So we'll have to see how the match goes out this time, whether he plays it a little bit risky once again now. This time, there's a Twilight on both sides. Blink on the way for both sides. puCK's is going to be a bit quicker, so PartinG needs to be careful, as puCK has gone for really quick blink. And I mean, all it takes is a second with an engagement or two for this to go wrong. And this difference is almost going to be just that little bit of chrono boost that puCK also banked up here. That slightly quicker Twilight Council. So PartinG does need to be careful right now that he's not going to overextend or something along these lines. He does pick off a stalker there. That is nicely done. He's putting on the aggression. puCK has a few units that must be out on the map somewhere. He's got 7 stalkers. He's got 4 there, 1 out over on the side. And then, so he does have a few units which are out on the map, which are not helping defend this. PartinG is turning around and going home right now. So it looks like PartinG may be taking the favorable trade here, slightly ahead in the work account. puCK is putting on the aggression. He's going to have the blink done in just a second. But other than that, these two stalkers will have to go home. So as far as the units lost go, it's one stalker to one stalker. I guess PartinG has gotten the one probe. Nothing too major there. But PartinG has made an extra cycle of probes, it seems. So he's going to have that slight, ever so slight advantage. He's going to have out the quicker robotics bay as well. Now that his blink's finished up, these guys are on equal footing. The Immortal is also much quicker for PartinG here. He's got the sentry too, so we'll have to see if puCK's able to get any damage done. This one stalker's moving forward. We'll see if puCK's paying attention to blink it back. PartinG saw that these guys, they both have blinked, so this is really going to be a true test to their micro here. puCK coming in from the side knows that he wants to be able to try and micro this out. Now this is really going to be a close fight right now. PartinG, good blink back there for both these guys, keeping their units alive. Now the Immortal is really going to be a good factor, along with the Guardian Shield, which may just allow PartinG to take this engagement and force puCK back. One stalker goes down there. PartinG goes for a blink forward. Might have been a bit aggressive. They're trading off a few stalkers here. Focuses down one or two of puCKs there. So these guys losing off a few units. Oh, good blink there by puCK. However, PartinG blinks with his own. Gets in there. Now with the Immortal, puCK is just going to be forced back again and again. Another blink there for PartinG. Maybe going to get another stalker here. It's so close. puCK is running with his tail in between his legs currently, getting out his own Immortal here. However, that trade, let's see. How'd that add up? So PartinG lost one more stalker there. So puCK just taking the favorable advantage there. However, he has two very injured stalkers. That pylon does go down there. Nice pick off by PartinG. Nice find there. puCK is camping at the top of these rocks. PartinG is going to be able to blink back here. Does blink back continuously. He's losing a lot of health on some of these stalkers, though. He's also got the warp prism, so he can micro back all his units here. Now, puCK, though, does have that sentry there, so he was able to get a force field. He's warping in another, too, so he can try and hold this position, as PartinG is looking to want to keep the aggression on here. Now, he is banking it up this ramp. puCK wasn't able to force field that, and this is where the aggression continues. This is a true micro battle. Shield batteries are up, but they're not a factor just yet. So one Immortal to one Immortal. Very even army supply. PartinG is actually going to opt to go home. Probably a good choice because of the defensive position of puCK. PartinG does have his +1 on the way, much quicker than puCK's, as puCK doesn't have a forge just yet. However, puCK is opting, or no, PartinG actually opting to go for this robo base, so he's just slightly ahead right now. He had his extra gases earlier, whereas puCK is just getting up his, so PartinG from the opening has a slight lead. The only difference right now is that puCK just has the one extra Immortal here. Good scout for PartinG. Gonna see that puCK is wanting to take his third base. We'll see if PartinG opts to take his soon. PartinG may go with these blink stalkers. I was just about to say that this will be very low in HP for now. Even if the warp prism gets picked off by these blink stalkers, that would be huge. The observer getting good vision on this army here. However, puCK now has his own observer coming in. Gonna be able to pick that off. PartinG has good control there. Might be able to get that out. We'll just have to see. The stalkers for PartinG coming in from the far side here. Need to be so careful. puCK blinks on the side. PartinG may just have waited a little bit too long if he's going to get a pick off on this Nexus. I don't think it's going to happen. We'll have to see. He's moving in right now. He doesn't have the +1 just yet. Gets the probe. Looks like he'll get out. He'll settle for one probe. But he's got his own Nexus building at home, so it's alright. He's also getting out disruptors here, so puCK going to be on the receiving end of these disruptors right now. Main bases for both these guys mining out here, so these third bases are very important. The two adepts for puCK are getting on in here. Stalkers are going to blink in. puCK's going to focus down as many probes as he can. He gets 2, 3 so far. We'll see how many more he's able to get. Maybe one more. 4 for 2 adepts. That's sort of the universally, I guess, accepted trade for 2 adepts. So puCK having a slight worker lead right now, having the slightly quicker Nexus getting up there. It's hard to judge right now, but if we look at the actual army, though, PartinG has the +1, and that's a big factor here. He's got the disruptor as well, 2 disruptors actually, so it's really going to come down to control, and that's been the main story of this series. That's what we expected with these two guys. PartinG now coming down the front could be a little bit risky here. He may just blink forward, actually gets a stalker there, almost gets a second, so these guys just trying to nickel and dime each other to a victory. puCK reinforcing with a few more stalkers, however, with the +1 for PartinG. He may just be forced to back up. He doesn't have a shield battery up in this third base just yet, but he does have his own disruptors on the way out now. He's got 2 robo bays here, so it really is going to be micro here. PartinG blinks back there. Disruptor for puCK goes for a Nova there. PartinG good micro, just sacrifices 1 stalker. It's really going to be a close fight. PartinG loses his own stalker there, but gets a blink forward, loses a few stalkers, actually kills his own stalkers with his disruptor there. So puCK getting a good angle in this trade right now. PartinG does have the upgrade advantage, however, with disruptors in play, that isn't as big of a factor. Nova connects there on the Immortal, picks off a stalker or 2 as well. PartinG got the slightly larger army for now. Fires out the Disruptor Nova, picks off a Sentry, deals the damage to an Immortal there. PartinG blinks forward once again, so ballsy that is reinforcing disruptors for puCK, not quite there yet. Needs to be so careful with Stalker's arm cooldown, however he absorbs that one shot, blinks forward, picks off another one of the disruptors there, and he's now forcing puCK off his third base. He's pushing forward. This +2 is such a huge factor right now. He's maybe going to pick off an Immortal, blinks back though, loses his own Immortal in the process though. But he may just have too much of an army here with his own disruptors. He's really able to zone this right now. Picks off probes as they retreat here. The third base is under fire right now. If PartinG can pick this off, that would be a huge victory alone. But keep in mind, this is PvP. This can go either way. However, puCK is on the ropes, it seems. PartinG continuously reinforcing. Almost gets the disruptor. They're just about. Picks off a stalker instead as puCK managed to blink one in there to absorb it. Right now, though, as we look at this, the trades are continuously going on. PartinG reinforcing. He's ahead in supply. This lead is growing. He's going to try and push into the natural at some point, which I think is certainly feasible. He's been doing very well with the trades, as long as he doesn't take a horrible one there, but so confident there, blinking forward, but it doesn't matter as long as you section off one unit. 2 stalkers give up their lives there to absorb that Nova. However, PartinG's just poking, and it looks like he may be running away with this. That one disruptor for puCK does go down. With that, it's just muscle. Just these upgraded stalkers are going to bully puCK down. With that, I think, oh, PartinG actually, a bit of friendly fire there, is forced to retreat. I was about to say, but that does still look pretty dire for puCK right now. A Disruptor Nova goes down. Shield Battery gonna go down there. PartinG continuing on with the aggression right now. puCK has another third base on the way, sort of a follow-up, as he will need something like that to stay alive. Forces a blink out of puCK. Doesn't get a connection with that Disruptor. Disruptors are trading once again. PartinG losing probes on his side of the map. This Adept counterattack was a nice touch by puCK, but it really only matters if he hangs on. PartinG's actually down on workers right now, so it certainly still can go puCK's way this game right now. Disruptor Nova goes out, doesn't get the connection there, and it looks like that PartinG may just have too much. Another disruptor does come down for puCK though. However, the shot doesn't get what it needs, and now probes are not mining for puCK. The disruptor does go down, and with that, PartinG finally muscles puCK over after a crazy micro battle there. Well played to PartinG there. I mean, PartinG versus puCK, that is what we wanted to see. Very well played by both of these guys. So the fourth map, pardon me, is now going to be Neon Violet Square here. Let me just double check that that is right. Okay, yeah, the fourth map is Neon Violet Square. We'll get right on into that. Now, PartinG, gonna try and close out this series. He took his last series in Afreeca World 3-1. He played versus True in his first match, so we'll have to see what he's able to do versus puCK. PartinG in very good form, it seems. However, puCK certainly has made plays to take these games, and Neon Violet Square is a different beast, so we'll have to see how this PvP is gonna play out here. Thank you guys for tuning on into Afreeca World. It's awesome to see so many of you guys liking these matches. Alrighty, both players are ready. We'll get on into it. It could possibly be the last match here, but we'll see. Is puCK going to be able to bring it back? Now that I'm just watching it as it comes up through the delay. It's just such crazy micro between these two guys. Any lesser player would have messed up half a dozen times. But that is how we get high-level StarCraft between these guys. So currently up 2-1, spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map. It is PartinG. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Playing for Team Root, it is puCK. Fantastic play between both these guys. We'll just have to see. Someone had to take the lead in the series, but now it's up for puCK to be able to bring it back. And keep in mind, guys, Alive versus a Laser is after this. Alrighty. So, same builds, not too surprised here. We'll have to see how things change up once again. puCK going around with this probe, wanting to avoid the scouting probe of PartinG. We'll see if he's going to proxy something here. And he is. Going to be trying to bring it back with something cheeky. PartinG moving in with his own probe. We'll see if he's able to tell there's the missing pylon. If I had to guess, it's going to be a Stargate out of puCK here. We'll have to see how good PartinG's spidey senses are. Now, PartinG checking out. We'll see if he clues into the fact that there's a missing pylon. I mean, if we look at PartinG's base, there's two right here, whereas there's just one in puCK's. Now, I like to think that a player of PartinG's caliber will notice this, and I think he's looking for the pylon right now. I mean, you gotta say, hey, what's going on here? PartinG scouting out right now, wanting to make sure that there's no crazy proxies or anything. There is a proxy. However, it's just out at the front in such a hidden location. I highly doubt PartinG will be able to find this. We'll see how worried he becomes from something like this. It's going to be up to whether he'll have his stalkers in position to defend this. He's gone for a sentry. So that is not the best already for defending a proxy oracle. He's going for a robo, thinking maybe it could be a DTs or something. Getting up a shield battery as well is going to be huge for defending this. I'm not sure on the exact build time, however, it seems that it will be done just in time to defend from this oracle. So it's going to be up to puCK. We'll see whether he's able to work around this, or whether he'll save up for two oracles. He's going to go for a stalker poke at the front at the same time. We'll see with this oracle if he'll maybe just try and focus down these stalkers here. PartinG's moving out with his two, actually. The oracle's moving on in. Looks like it's going to be heading straight for the main base. PartinG's shield battery positioning is an interesting one. Maybe expecting a proxy to the right here, as he actually did check that out. Here comes the oracle for puCK. Actually does come in from the right. Actually going for a stasis ward. PartinG pulls the probes on it. Gonna micro away. Oh, but all the probes get caught there for PartinG. puCK, knowing that shield battery, PartinG just says ... This is absolutely huge. Look at the income for PartinG. It's essentially nothing currently. puCK is getting so much damage done with this as these units are frozen for such critical time right now. Very well done by puCK, and this is just so much missed production right now. These stalkers are actually going to catch the next oracle here, but that was such a smart play by puCK there. That was just impressive there. Crazy with that stasis ward, not turning on that pulsar beam. Right now I see these two players are microing. PartinG does use that sentry, though, catches a stalker for puCK. We've seen two go down, so these players trading evenly. Now the two oracles are coming in, though. They're working away on probes, getting more economic damage done. It looks like one of them will go down, though, and that's a pretty big pick-off there for PartinG, as the shield battery can now do its job. But these probes aren't mining once again. PartinG taking such big economic damage. This game fixes that. But so far things looking a little rough for the Korean Protoss. He's down on workers by a significant margin. puCK is starting up the next base. PartinG, though, is ahead on it by a significant amount in army supplies, moving across the map. He's working away, shutting down the Stargate. However, he's really revealing his hand in that case. We'll see what puCK's able to do. PartinG may just be going for a Warp Prism Elevator here, and it's possible he could lock puCK out of his main base if he just warps in a sentry or something. He's going to have fantastic micro right now. There's two shield batteries warping in. May just make all the difference in the supply right now. PartinG's going for it with this Warp Prism. It's going to be everything he picks up there, saving some of these stalkers. Actually, the Warp Prism taking a lot of damage, and it goes down. With that, GG gets called. puCK ties it up 2-2. Our Afreeca World Champion is on the ropes just like that, with such a sick stasis ward move, forcing the hand of his opponent. We're going to get on into game number 5. So this has been a pretty quick PvP. Sometimes they can be long, sometimes they can be short. Next map is going to be Eastwatch. The one to see who's going to move on. Is it going to be puCK the American or PartinG the Korean? Will PartinG be dethroned by this newcomer to Afreeca world? Thank you guys for all tuning on in. Keep in mind we have a lot more StarCraft even after this. Sometimes Afreeca worlds can be really close, sometimes they can be short. This time they're both close and short. It's 2-2. I'm curious to see who's going to take it. I mean, puCK taking the first map, PartinG bringing it back, and if the trend continues, we'll just have to see if PartinG is able to bring it back here. Alrighty, both players are ready. Here we go. puCK trying to bring down the Afreeca World Champion. Alrighty. The map is Eastwatch. It's a bit of a crazy map as far as PvP. A lot of hidden stuff can happen here. A lot of different plays can be known. Neither player's ahead anymore, but it does come down just to this one final match. Currently spawning down the bottom left-hand side. Could possibly be eliminated from Afreeca World. Could have to give up his crown here. But his opponent spawning up in the top right-hand side will be prying it from his hands. PartinG really trying to hold on here. We'll just have to see if he's able to do it. So puCK playing for Team Root, not sure if I mentioned that. Awesome how they keep supporting him. Then his opponent, PartinG, representing the big boys everywhere, I suppose. So he is a teamless player. As far as the builds, puCK changed it up. That was one of the different PvP builds. PartinG scouted that, but he still wasn't able to defend. That stasis ward, just that little bit of indecision. If PartinG had pulled his probes right from the get-go, he maybe would have just not taken as much damage, maybe would have macroed out of it, but no, it was that little bit of indecision. Maybe he should have tried committing more to killing that stasis ward. I'm not sure on the math, personally. I don't know the math of stasis ward in the middle of a probe line, if the probes can kill it. We'll just have to see, though. Build-wise, the exact same once again. PartinG has a little bit more gas here. PartinG moving out with a probe here, so we'll see if that's up to anything cheeky. So far it looks like it is just his scouting probe. puCK actually going for it once again. So cheeky, so rude. We'll see if PartinG is going to sense it out this time, or sniff it out. The probe's moving in for PartinG. He's going to look for that extra pylon, and he's not going to find it once again. So we'll have to see. This proxy Stargate location will be very strong for puCK. Could be a Twilight Council here. We'll just have to see. puCK not starting anything just yet, waiting for that cybernetics core to finish. And what will it be? Looks like Twilight. Okay, he's starting the 2 stalkers, so not going for a super quick Stargate or anything like that. PartinG still checking for this. It is going to be the Twilight, so it could be that Blink Stalker, could be the DTs. puCK really playing the mind games right now. As it could be DTs or it could be Blink. I'd have to guess that it's going to be that Blink aggression once again, just based off how he played in the first 3 matches. It's a very nice move to mess with PartinG's head if he does this. PartinG, though, coming down with this probe, and it's actually rallied to scout out this. Such a good placement here. PartinG coming in. Oh, if he waits a second, no, he will see it. So puCK has been found out. He starts the Blink there. I wonder if PartinG could... I don't know the math, but could PartinG maybe kill that off with the probe if he started attacking it there? No, he can't, because puCK Stalker's coming out, but it will be a Dark Shrine from puCK here. So he's not going to go for that Blink. I believe he's faked the Blink starting there, so wanting to mess with PartinG's head. And oh, PartinG worried here. Starting a Phoenix, not starting an Oracle, not starting a Robo. We'll see if he starts a very quick Robo here. He needs to have DTs on his mind. Now, there isn't a proxy pylon which will allow the DTs to get in too quickly here. He comes in, and now he's going to see that there's no research on this Twilight Council, so he's gonna, if he clicks on this and if he sees there's no research, he should know that it's gotta be DTs at this point. But he's starting yet another Phoenix. There's nothing else up. He's got 2 pylons on this Robo, so we'll have to see. The DTs are still a ways away, so maybe PartinG is just going to be able to shut this down. I mean, it's so worrying as someone who's not... I mean, I'm not a pro gamer, but it's just when the Dark Shrine's coming in. I mean, these guys play with fire with their timings. PartinG getting out an Oracle just now, so he's going to have that for Revelation here. puCK actually poking in at the front here, working on this pylon. PartinG trying to hold and keep this lock down right now. He's got the Nexus up, he's got the Robo. puCK actually recalls there, gets those 2 Stalkers back. PartinG actually has scouted the Dark Shrine with his Phoenix there, so he's certainly aware that this is coming. He's got to have his Oracle somewhere. Pardon me, where's that Oracle? There it is, back at home. So I don't think puCK's even going to try and warp in DTs. He's just going to be in a world of trouble at this point, as far as the builds go, although I guess he's not too far behind. He lost his Twilight, which is a very big shame for him there. He started up his own Robo, and pardon me, we actually have some lag, it seems. Uh-oh, that's no good.
Game paused.
Alrighty, so it seems we just had a bit of lag. The stream might have cut out, but seems everything is streaming fine. I have a bit of ping here.
Game resumed.
Alrighty, so we had a bit of lag on my end. It seems the stream might have cut out for a second. We'll just have to double check on that, but either way, it's currently showing that we're live as far as everything's considered. But as I was saying before that sort of happened, PartinG getting a good scout off, seeing that Dark Shrine there, knows exactly what's coming his way. He also has the Oracle, so PartinG just has more tools in his belt at this point. puCK is making Archons, may as well make use of that. PartinG coming in with this Oracle, though, picking off any probes is a massive pickoff there. There's no blink for puCK either, so this Oracle is always going to be able to find something. PartinG ahead on the worker count here. Getting out Immortals as well. We'll see if puCK's going to go for some aggression or something along these lines. He's warped in the 2 Archons, which makes you sort of think, it's like, what are these for? Are these just this typical macro Archons? I mean, in all seriousness, no, that's not something you see, but PartinG coming in, lifting up this probe. Wonder what that probe was for. I mean, not likely a proxy pylon or anything. Possibly he was looking for a gold base. Oracle coming in, actually going to focus down that probe. Nicely done by PartinG. Going to get out of there with both those units. puCK forced to rebuild his Twilight Council, as he probably does want to have that blink at some point. It's really the only way to catch those air units, other than hoping your opponent makes a control mistake. And there he is. Now it looks like he's looking to take the normal 3rd base location this time around, whereas PartinG is just powering up on 2 bases. He's going to be going for this Resonating Glaive attack. And this attack is going to decide whether he moves on to another Afreeca World Finals, and whether he knocks out the newcomer puCK. I believe it was in the second game, first or second game, the one that PartinG won. He ended up going for that there, so we'll just have to see. Alrighty, so both these guys powering up in gateways. However, PartinG gonna have the very quick Resonating Glaives right now. He's moving out on the map. Does he have a Warp Prism just yet? No, he doesn't, so he's not gonna be able to reinforce. He's waiting for this Warp Prism. I'd like to see a cannon back at home here for PartinG, just in case puCK counterattacks with DTs that can really make a fight turn sour. As he doesn't have an Observer or anything back at home, so he's really playing with fire here. He's starting another, and he's rallying it back home. Okay, that's what I like to see. And he can't actually get a cannon as he doesn't have a forge there. But PartinG fully aware of that still DT threat. He's got the Oracle, he's got the Observer, though he should be fine. The 3 Archons for puCK. Archon's very good versus Adepts, but these 3 Immortals for PartinG are going to be absolutely huge right now. More Adepts are warping in right now, and puCK's going to have to try and defend this 3rd base, but once again he's down on the army supply with PartinG attacking. PartinG just making these attacks so critical right now. He's coming on in, these Archons are going to be focused down, the Oracle even turning on his Pulsar Beam here, and I think this is just going to be too much for PartinG. puCK is forced back, and with that, I think it's looking like we're going to have a victory for PartinG here. He was on the ropes. This is probably the closest series he's had. But puCK's going to have to make a miracle happen if he wants to hold on. Maybe snipe the Observer, maybe snipe the Oracle too. and then pushes back with DTs. That's just sort of a last hope there. Probes are pulled. puCK gonna try and fight it out. However, he's half the supply right now, and GG gets called as PartinG moves on 3-2, advancing, bringing down his opponent.